How long would it take for humans to invade another planet? Humans could get to Mars in a few decades, but it could take hundreds, even thousands of years to get to planets outside the solar system. Astronauts on Mars will have to learn to live with high radiation and harsh temperatures. The CEO of SpaceX, Elon Musk, wants a million-person city on Mars by 2050. This goal seems very ambitious because humans have never set foot on the surface of Mars. So how long will it take for humans to invade another planet? Can humans invade celestial bodies outside the solar system? The answer to these questions depends on the destination. For Mars, a few decades is not necessarily unrealistic. According to Serkan Saydam, Deputy Director of the Australian Space Engineering Research Centre, Professor at the University of New South Wales, colonizing Mars may be feasible in a few decades. I believe that by 2050, we will have a human colony on Mars, he said. According to Saydam, the first important thing in establishing a Mars colony is water, which can be extracted from ice and water-absorbing minerals. He believes that water will promote agriculture and the ability to grow food on Mars. Meanwhile, hydrogen from ice and minerals can be used as a source of energy for rockets. Other scientists are not as optimistic. Space travel engineer Louis Friedman, co-founder of the non-profit organization the Planetary Society, believes that colonizing Mars is unlikely in the near future. Rachel Seidler, a neuroscientist at the University of Florida, who has worked with NASA astronauts, thinks this seems far-fetched. However, humans may reach Mars in 2 decades. China plans to send a manned mission to Mars in 2033, while NASA aims for the late 2030s.
Bypass across the board, Scooter, no action.
After humans land on the red planet, the next step may be to build a colony. A colony requires a certain degree of self-sufficiency, but does not need to be completely independent of Earth. Saydam compared Mars to a remote island that still occasionally needs imports. Most equipment and tools will be transported from Earth. I don't think you can produce a truck on the surface of Mars, Saydam said. A Mars colony will need to implement some activity to maintain financial stability. Space tourism is an option, but Saydam believes that mining is the key to a successful colonization. Although Mars is the most practical choice for settling outside Earth, it is not necessarily the most suitable planet for humans. Over 95% of Mars' atmosphere is CO2. The climate is very cold with an average temperature of -60 degrees Celsius, and it takes about 8.5 months for a spacecraft from Earth to reach Mars and is still under radiation attack. Nearly certain there will be friendlier exoplanets for humans. The problem is they are too far away. Humans cannot yet send a spacecraft to any exoplanet. Rare spacecraft that escaped the solar system include Voyager 1 and 2. They took 35 and 41 years, respectively, to reach interstellar space. Meanwhile, exoplanets are much further away. With current technology, it would take tens of thousands of years for us to reach the nearest exoplanet, FRD Wickman, a black hole astrophysicist at the Strasbourg Observatory at the University of Strasbourg, said. This travel time may make invading exoplanets seem impossible, but Marin has run computer simulations for interstellar travel and hopes travel time will decrease dramatically in the near future with faster spacecraft. We know that in science, the propulsion vehicle's speed can increase by a factor of 10 every 100 years, Marin said. Thus, travel time with exoplanets may gradually decrease from 2,000s of years, then to hundreds of years. Marin offered a hypothetical scenario for getting within 500 years of an exoplanet with humans. This journey lasting hundreds of centuries still requires many generations of spacecraft controllers, most of whom will not live to see the colonization of the exoplanet. Marin's simulation simulations show that about 500 people are an appropriate starting population for such a multi-generational spacecraft. However, the crew will have to deal with how to survive on the spacecraft for their entire lives, how their children will be born and raised in interstellar travel. This also raises ethical concerns. In addition, climate change and other challenges on Earth could drive humans to extinction before they can reach interstellar travel and invade exoplanets.